Hey, what's up everybody? Pop-Culture Junkie here. Thank you for tuning in. We are doing another Let's Play video with WWE2k17. And we are doing a Elimination Tornado Tag Match. We've got Kevin Nash teaming up with Bray Wyatt versus Team Hell No of Kane and Daniel Bryan. Alright, so we are at the 1996 Halloween Havoc pay-per-view. WCW Halloween Havoc pay-per-view. One of my all-time favorite pay-per-view settings. I think they have really missed out on using a lot of the WCW pay-per-view titles or names since WWE purchased WCW. I really think they could have taken advantage. They've done a couple now. They did what? They did the Bash, which was shortened because they did do a Great American Bash back in like 2004 and I think 2005, right? Didn't they do like one or two right back to back? But if I remember right, they were horrible. If I remember correctly, the pay-per-view did not do very well for the Great American Bash, and then a couple years later they shortened it to just calling it the Bash, and that's really the only one they've used. You know, they haven't had any. They have Halloween Havoc, they have Slamboree, they've got Starrcade, they've got Sold Out. You know, they're World War III. I mean, there were a lot. I really think they should have done Fall Brawl. You know, War Games. They should have done something with that. I know Vince McMahon. He, of course, if it's not Vince McMahon's idea, he does not like to, you know, go with anything, and I get that. You know, it's his company, so he's gonna go with the way he wants things ran. But I really think they're missing out a lot. All right, we got Kevin Nash coming out. We just had Bray Wyatt coming out. Now we got Kevin Nash, Big Sexy, one of the founding members of the NWO, formerly known as Diesel, formerly known as the Great Oz. If you remember back in early WCW days. But, of course, he's more famously known as Diesel and Kevin Nash, leader of the Wolfpack, the man who ended the streak, Goldberg's streak, with the help of Scott Hall and a taser, of course. But we got, I'll share this. I did get to meet Kevin Nash. Here's a funny story. I got to meet Kevin Nash at a convention. I had the pleasure of meeting Kevin Nash at a convention, and took a photo with him. He was at a table, and I got him to autograph a couple of photos. And I think he even had an action figure still in the packaging that I got him to autograph. And the person working the booth, took my phone. They took a couple of photos with my phone. And when I got home later that day, I showed my wife, and I'm like, "Hey, check out these photos. I got to meet Kevin Nash." Told her how nice a guy he was and how he was real open to talk to. Like, if I wanted to ask him about different things from back in the day, he was willing to talk. He didn't seem like I'm not going to talk. I don't want to socialize. I just want to sign. I'll sign photos and get out of here. No, he was content with being there and having a good time. And he I showed her the photos, and she looked at him and like, wow, he's a really big guy. He's a real built individual. And I'm like, yeah, that's really awesome, right? And then you should have seen when he stood up. And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, you should have seen whenever he stood up. She's like, wait, I thought he was standing next to you in the photos. I'm like, no, I'm like 5'10", 5'10", 5'11", average height, whatever you want to say. But yeah, she totally assumed that he was standing side by side with me. And I was like, no, you should have seen when he stood up. Okay, so we already had Kane come out, and now we have Daniel Bryan coming out here, alright? And this is a Elimination Tag Match, so for those of you not familiar, Elimination Tag means one winner, one team has to win, obviously, but you might lose your partner. So anybody, it's basically, 2 pinfalls and you win. So one team has to pin both of their opponents, or if you get pinned, you are out, and then it's a 2-on-1 situation. Either I get 2-on-1, or myself and my partner are 2-on-1 against the computer. So hopefully we get ahead and get 2-on-1 and get the advantage early. We'll see what happens here. Daniel Bryan, I've not had the pleasure of actually seeing him wrestle or anything in person yet. He hasn't been at any of the house shows or the like Raw or SmackDowns that I've been to in the last few years. Unfortunately, he's had a lot of issues with injuries and such, and he's had to step away from actually competing in the ring. He's just been doing the SmackDown general manager, which is fine. I'm glad he's still on there. He's an entertaining person. He's got a lot to offer everyone, whether it's being a general manager position. Maybe he can go to NXT and train. That might be a little difficult to do, like having training somebody to go do what you love to do, and you're not able to go do it. That might be a little tough, and I understand that. And I feel for the guy, because this is something he's always wanted to do. It's one of the worst things in the world when you finally get to reach the top of what you've always wanted to do, and then you have to step away out of your... It's out of his hands, out of his control. Now, for those of you curious, I am controlling Kevin Nash, and I'm battling Kane as best as I can right now. I'm trying to remember. I don't recall. No, I mean, Kane and Nash never had any kind of rival or matches. I mean, I know, of course, when Kevin Nash was wrestling in WWF at that time, like the year SummerSlam '95, when Nash was the world champ, he was battling, at SummerSlam '95, he was battling King Mabel. And on that same card, you had Kane, also known as Glenn Jacobs, but his real name is Glenn Jacobs, of course. But his persona at that time was Isaac Yankem, DDS. He was a demented dentist, and he was in a heated rivalry with Bret Hart, because Jerry Lawler, of course, needed somebody to step in and try to take down Bret the Hitman Hart. So yeah, we got a lot of history in this ring right here. Now, Bray Wyatt, I haven't talked much about him yet. Bray Wyatt, of course, he came in with the NXT crew, with the original NXT, not the NXT that's down in Florida right now, as far as the developmental facility and such. NXT, of course, was originally a show where they had, like, Daniel Bryan was part of it. You had Ryback, Wade Barrett, all those guys. This was like back in 2008, 2009, and they had like partnered up. It was kind of like the new version of Tough Enough that they were trying to make. And Bray Wyatt, of course, Husky Harris was his character, and of course, if you're not familiar with who Bray Wyatt or Husky Harris, who they are in real life, he's actually the brother of Bo Dallas and the son of Mike Rotunda, also known as Erwin R. Shyster, IRS, or just Mike Rotunda, who he wrestled under his own name in WWF and WCW at times. But Bray Wyatt has become one of my favorite wrestlers over the last few years. I really think they've really watered down his character at times. I think he should have come in a lot like The Undertaker, because there's a lot of similarities to him and The Undertaker. Obviously, you got the ring entrance with the lights being out and the fireflies. I remember going to house shows and live events with The Undertaker back in the day, throughout the 90s. When he would make his entrance, people would be, be treating it like it was a rock concert, holding up their lighters. Nowadays, everybody's got their cell phones with a flashlight on it, and they're using that for their light. And you probably can't even bring a lighter into an arena now. I don't know. Like I said, it's been forever since I've done that. But yeah, so like Bray Wyatt, he came in as this really mysterious character. I really liked the creepy backwoods, almost like Deliverance or something, kind of characters. And they came at the Wyatt family with Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, and I really thought this was going to be really good, and it did for a while, especially like when they did they were teasing that like the Shield and the Wyatts would have a huge rivalry, and they had some matches that were entertaining. I think they kind of gave it away too soon. Like, you know, they were getting ready to move on with the Shield and break them up, and they were, you know, the Wyatts had not been as strong as, you know, you would like them to have been, but yeah. So I think, you know, Bray Wyatt, he lost a lot of momentum, especially he went that 1 year, I think it was in 2015, where he did not win a single big match. He had matches against Dean Ambrose and Roman and Undertaker and so many other top stars that they were like, whoa, we want to push this guy. It's like, yeah, but you're making Bray be the one that has to make them shine, and you know, he's the one that's got like a lot more longevity than some of these other, especially like losing to Undertaker. I didn't even think they should have had a match at WrestleMania. Have Undertaker and him fight at SummerSlam or something, because I knew they weren't going to have Taker lose another match after Brock, but that's my personal opinion, and I think I'm in trouble here. And yeah, I'm already down. Okay, so I am out, and here goes Nash. Kane's about to win. 2, 3. Okay, we just got annihilated. So there we have it. So Team Hell No victorious over Bray Wyatt and Kevin Nash. Not the greatest tag team, apparently. Kind of got a little sidetracked with my discussion here, but I just got annihilated. All right, so there you have it. There's a elimination tag match of Team Hell No versus Nash and Wyatt. So, all right, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a thumbs up. Make sure you leave me some comments below in the description, or below the description there, and let me know if you have a request and would like to see a certain type of match. You know, be as specific as you want. If I can make it happen, I will. Whether I got to create somebody or download something or whatever. But if you want to see a certain kind of matchup and you want to hear me give some commentary and some feedback while I play, let me know. Okay. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day or night, wherever you are or whatever you are doing, to check out this video. And stay tuned for more. I will be posting more Let's Play videos, so stay tuned for that. Till next time, Pop Culture Junkie here, saying, game on.